I've come to the heart of the English countryside on a blazing hot summer's day here, to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, a meeting place for car enthusiasts and the car industry alike, a curious mixture of car show and summer garden party. Traditionally, this was where European car makers would come to show off their fastest, greatest and noisiest cars. Increasingly though, Chinese car makers are coming too to show off their growing power and prestige. So this is the kind of luxury sports car that the Chinese manufacturers are bringing to the market these days. This is the Denza Z by BYD. BYD is China's largest automaker. Its chairman said earlier this year that they wanted to be the largest car maker in the world within 5 years, which would imply more than doubling their sales. So the European expansion is an absolutely essential part of their growth strategy. This is the kind of vehicle that historically would have been associated almost exclusively with European brands, but now these kind of vehicles are coming from the Chinese manufacturers too.
From my standpoint, I really like the fact that the Chinese manufacturers are coming to racing and sports cars and Nürburgring, because that is our home. And it puts the spotlight on our home and it puts spotlight on competition, and that's what we like. So this is where the community gathers, where everyone celebrates cars and racing, and that's what it's all about, and that's what AM is all about. So for us, this is the perfect spot and the perfect community, fans, for all the brands, not only AM. It's just a passion, a common passion of everyone that's here.
I went inside Goodwood House to talk to the host and founder of the festival, the 11th Duke of Richmond. His grandfather, Freddie March, launched the Goodwood circuit in 1948, bringing auto racing back to Britain after World War II.
And a very successful affair it proved to be.
Nearly 3 decades after the original track closed, the Duke started the Festival of Speed, which takes place every July and is now considered one of Europe's most significant auto events.
It's globally important for the whole motor industry, and the Chinese are really taking advantage of that. And we're seeing them building, being very, very powerful with their activation, where obviously other brands are probably reducing.
What do you find most exciting about the new technologies that the Chinese players are bringing to the market?
We've absolutely got the launch of Denza in the UK here, which is exciting, and you can see how advanced their technology is. And they're going to push into that, into what we know as the kind of European, high-end market. And I'm sure they'll do well there. I mean, they're looking at what we've done. We were in China. The European market was in China for a long time. They embraced it. They took them in. They became partners with them, and they're now kind of beating them slightly at their own game.
Just as the Duke has welcomed Chinese brands, he's also welcomed their specialised electric vehicle technology. How do you balance the need to embrace new technology with the kind of historic sights and sounds of motorsports? How do you think
well, the
about
event's all about that. It's about past, present and future, very much so. And all powertrains we embrace. I think at one point it was like it was going to be EV or nothing. It's not that anymore. It isn't the only answer. And so I think the car companies which have managed to balance that and have managed to maintain all sorts of, embrace all sorts of alternative drivetrains are the ones who probably come out the best.
For all BYD's ambitions, its advisor on the European market told the Wall Street Journal that the company faces an uphill battle to take on some of Europe's most powerful brands on their home turf. Most upscale car brands from the US or Asia haven't made much headway here. Are you concerned about the future of Europe's historic premium brands?
I guess yes. I mean, we've got to know and love them, and they're a major part of the landscape. And I think they're being, obviously they are under threat, and the Chinese technology in terms of batteries, especially, is way ahead. And the quality is getting really very good and and increasing all the time. So I guess that's it's exciting, but it's also quite a threat.